Oceanside. Me and my wife came out to Oceanside about 3 years ago. I am from San Bernardino, the Inland Empire. I am a pastor, believe it or not. I've been an ordained minister since 2003. I've been with Set Free for 20 years. Now, I wasn't always a good guy. Prior to coming to Set Free, I sold insurance, to drug dealers and so on, And really the insurance I sold them was, you pay me, I won't rob you. And it worked pretty well for a long time for me. It led me to a life of prison. Ended up being in the secure housing unit, the SHU program. In the SHU program, you don't get no chapel call. He wanted to go on his own. And the dad gave him his share of the inheritance. Even though he didn't have it coming yet, he gave it to him. And the son took off and he went down to Vegas and had a good old time, right? And he squandered all his money on wild women and wild things, right? And when he was all done with all his money, he was poor, broke, and lonely. No more girls, no more house, no more nothing. But he made his way, he came to his senses and he came back. And the Father took him in. And as he was saying that, he said, there's somebody here that you had it going on at one time. It was all fun and games. Being part of the gang was all fun and games. It was a good time, hanging out with the homegirls. Hey, orale. Right? What's up, flaca? Hey, what's up, chumba? Right? All that stuff was good, fixing up the lowrider bike and all that stuff. And then you go on and then drugs and a lot of PCP. And next thing you know, it's not fun no more. You're not partying no more because you want to party. You're not getting high no more because you want to get high. You need to get high. And you figure out that you have no friends, so who cares if you die? Who cares if you die getting high? Who's going to miss you? Society wants to lock you up forever. The drug dealers just want what you can get for them. So that's where I was at. Where I wanted it just in my life. I hated who I had become. A monster to my family, to my mother, to my cousins, to my sister. I didn't know them no more. I hang it up for Jesus. And I gave my heart to Jesus, and my life has never been the same again. That ministry, man, they let me stay there. They fed me. I broke things and they didn't charge me. Sometimes I got in arguments or in little, scuffles, and they didn't kick me out. They just kept telling me about Jesus, kept feeding me the word, day and night. Jesus in the morning, Jesus in the afternoon, Jesus at night. All constantly just giving me the word, giving me the word. And when it came time where it was time for me to move on in life, I remember I was sitting in the sanctuary, getting ready to talk to the pastor. The pastor said, "What's wrong with you, man?" I go, "Oh, I'm a little nervous, man." "What are you nervous about?" I go, "You guys are kicking me out." He goes, "We're kicking you out." "No, it's time to move on to your next life." I said, "What is that, Pastor?" He's all, "Well, you never had a job before?" "Yeah, I sold insurance." He said, "No, a real job, man. You didn't go and work and they gave you a paycheck like a real paycheck and..." I've sold drugs, Pastor. And I've sold drugs, and I've done drugs, and sold drugs. And then I would get paid vacations into the prison system. That's the only time I didn't sell drugs. I didn't do drugs in prison because they want to become a victim. He said, man, you don't know how to do nothing? I go, no, anyway, you guys just taught me how to sweep, vacuum, dust, dig holes, lots of holes, right? A lot of trenches, landscaping. What you guys just taught me? He said, man, just stay a while. So he put me through ministry school. He took interest in me, and he took me in as one of his sons and guided me in the Word. Pretty soon I started leading other men. I started running the ranches. I started running the homes and started setting up homes, and then started getting sent out. I've been out to Colorado, Atlanta, different places to start churches or homes for men and women that need Jesus. It's a messy ministry, very messy. Sometimes it's an unthankful ministry, but there is nothing else I would rather do than to disciple men in the Word of God. Because it was the discipling that I received that has changed my life forever. Today, you know, I got a beautiful wife. Randy knows she just loves me unconditionally. She puts up with all my messes. And I'm a messy guy, you know, I get home, man. Man, home, honey. Hey. It was great. I was ministering all day. I was working all day. Pick up your junk. She's tough. She's from Pico Rivera. You know, she's an ex-gang member herself. And she went through the Victory Outreach home, so that's even crazier. They're tough. Hey, they don't mess around and be, oh, man, I'm telling you. I mean, she's strict on the Word. She's a prayer warrior. And, you know, where Set Free is more heavy on the Word and reaching out to people. My wife makes up in that she's a hardcore prayer warrior.